He is done! So he's going to be able to lay down warp-in units all over the place right here in the front, and good God, man, it's going to be mean. That Hellion tries to make it out of the base, and it looks like it will just barely make it out with 20 health. One warped-in stalker here in the main base should be able to take care of that just fine. There's another Hellion here inside the main base of ProClan. It looks like he is trying to take care of it with that one stalker. A few more shots, and it will go down, but that Hellion keeps on skittering and scattering around, taking down probes. Another one falls, and it looks like the defense measures are still in place for Dystar. He's continuing to mine, he's continuing to defend, but he's stuck on this one base with small amount of production facilities. Only 3 of these racks out right now, trying to pump out these Marines, and he's even got that tech lab trying to pump out the Marauders. He needs those Marauders. He's got to get that concussive shell done. If he can do that, then man, he can kite the hell out of all these forces. But now there are so many stalkers on the field, 7 stalkers. And man, these things can one-shot those SCV, and 5 of them can one-shot an SCV. So it's definitely a scary situation here. And it looks like these phase disruptors on the stalkers, man, are just going to be doing an overwhelming amount of damage. Could we see the first GG? No GG! ProClan takes the win with a rage quit from Dystar.
Wow, that was a really nasty aggression, to be honest.
Dude, that was absolutely nasty. I mean,
that was nasty.
Holy crap, the cheese there. I mean, there isn't a knife sharp enough in the world to cut that cheese.
That was somewhat not surprising by Headhunter. I mean, he does that one gate aggression all the time, you know, so Dystar there, maybe he should have walled off in the beginning of the game, you know? That could have helped him a lot from stopping that gateway to go up into his base, but he did go up pretty early, so I guess it's pretty hard to wall off by that time. But who is Millennium going to throw into the ring next? That's my question.
That is a good question, man. I mean, it's up to the manager. He's got to figure out who can take out ProClan, who can fight that cheese. Real fast, guys, we're going to take a quick promo break to check out what this event is and more about it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pros and scrubs, we're back from the promo break. Yes, it's the SC2SL.com event, and it's awesome, it's sweet, it brings tears to my eyes with happiness, because you know what, we get to see teams take apart teams, and then the community gets to involve themselves and figure out who is going to be thrown in the, you know, in the final hour for one of these teams. So we're going to see how that goes down here pretty soon. It's going to be Addicted and Minion OD taking this next one. How's everybody feeling today, man? How's the weather for you? It's nice and warm here on the west coast of northern America place. NA. That's what I call it, man. NA. It's fine. It's cool here sometimes. So I mean, Addicted, man, are you ready for this? I mean, for the next one, Stefano, he's coming in for Millennium.
Oh, man. You know what? I think it can all go downhill from now on for Team AI, and unless they throw in, you know, their biggest, strongest players. I mean,
it'll have to be next.
Cyclo is still a possibility, man, and people, I want to see Foo Fighter as well in there, and Cytoplasm are all good players. So, is it going to be Headhunter against Stefano?
It is going to be Headhunter against Stefano because that's the way it works. You know, if one player wins, he continues on until he gets knocked out. That's why we see those 4-0s happen and stuff.
Yeah, we can't see well, actually, we still can see a 4-0 if, you know, Alien Invasion win 3 more games, but I doubt it, man. Stefano is a top-notch player. And I expect a victory from him in this game, but you know, with the aggression of Headhunter, he could very well put Stefano on the back foot.
You know, he absolutely could. You guys take the conversation. I've actually got to check my mic level, so I'm going to be doing an audio test here in a second.
So Minion, man, I want to talk to you about Stefano because I know you're like a big fan of his.
Yeah,
so
I am.
I remember when I used to cast like White Rare games because I'm like one of his biggest fans out there, and he's such a mannered player, and I was really excited to cast his game. So I kind of know how you feel like about this. I mean, Stefano is a great player. What do you think about him? Why do you like him?
The way he plays, he just likes to use the Brood Lords like really early. He just goes for like, I'm gonna go for Broodlords. Like, yeah, I think I can win this game. I'm just gonna go for Broodlords and see what happens. He goes for Lings late game still. We see him use a lot of ultra play, like units that you normally just don't really see that much in late game, and he just throws them in. You see Nidus networks popping up all over the map. It's so crazy. I really just love his plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very crisp player, and I love his ZVT, but he goes Ling, Infestor, Ultralisk. It's a very popular strat, and I'm looking forward to see that from him, but not now, because it's Zerg versus Protoss, and the match has begun, the countdown has started, and it will end.
That's right, here we go. Test, test, test. Let's get it going. Too loud, probably. Cue.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans alike, welcome to Imba TV, where everything is imbalanced. We're going into game number 2 between the clans of Alien Invasion and Millennium. Alien Invasion are leading by 1 point thanks to Headhunter, who will be facing Stefano in this game number 2. Stefano has spawned in the bottom left position as that pink Zerg player. Of course, in games, pink is always his trademark color, so you will recognize him by that. Cross positions away from him, we have the red Protoss player, AI Pro Clan, also known as Headhunter in the European realm. So it's going to be a ZVP. I'm joined by Minion OD, who is very excited to cast the Stefano game, and we're just going to bring you the action.
Yeah, well, we're already having Pro Clan gonna go scout up with the probe really early. What are you gonna do?
Gate aggression.
I really hope it doesn't do that. Like, it's really effective, but is it gonna work versus Stefano? He's just so good. He knows his plays. He's gonna go behind the mineral line. Is he gonna put down a pylon and then see what's happening? Wow, he really likes that fast aggression.
He does, man. I know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to place the gateway on the other side of the mineral field, so that Stefano has like no way of expanding, even if he wanted to, before he saw that aggression. So it's a very smart play by Pro Clan, and also if the gateway gets attacked by Zerglings at any point, then he can use Zealots to like micromanage them between the mineral field, so they don't get surrounded, so they die even harder. So it's a very smart tactic by Pro Clan, aka Headhunter. And let's see what he can do. Stefano currently has no idea what's going on, but Stefano, he was speccing last game, and he was in there. He saw what happened to Dystar, so he could be knowing what will happen to him as well, because right now Headhunter, he opens with this type of tactic most of his games. We casted him in things like the Blown and Star Cup, go for SC2 as well. He always does this kind of freaky, very early aggression tactics. And it looks like he's even going to be transitioning out of it, maybe with a Forge expand after that. So let's see how this gateway play will work out. Zealot number 1 is on the way, and Stefano, he better start making those lings. And in fact, he has 6 lings on the way.
He's making 6 lings and auto rally to the base already, and we're gonna see the drone gonna go, oh, what is that? Oh, yeah, he's gonna see the gateway making a Zealot. What is he gonna do? Yeah, well, already Zerglings are on the field, gonna start attacking the probe. Is the probe gonna go down? They're just gonna go for the Zealot. I think the Zealot is gonna go down if the pylon goes down. This fast aggression isn't gonna do anything, so I thought he was gonna start attacking the drone, but the Zealot is gonna go down, and the other Zealot just spawned just after it. This is really bad for Stefano at this point. Like, Pro Clan knows what he's doing. Now, even that we're already having the Forge Fast expand that you already said, getting a photon cannon, so if a run by would happen, the photon cannon could do some extra pot shots on that. But well, Stefano, he can't just expand, doesn't take the gases yet. Just putting a spine crawler in his main base already. 2 Zealots are there. He can attack with the Queen, just waiting till the spine crawler goes up, because that is gonna save his butt.
Dude, that first Zealot, before he died, he already paid for himself by killing 3 drones, which was 150 minerals in total. The Zealot only cost 100, so you know that was a good investment. But these 2 extra Zealots, they're doing even more damage, forcing a lot of lings out for Stefano, even a spine crawler. His Queen trying to do some nice DPS. The Zergling counterattack failed from Stefano because the cannon is already up for Pro Clan. However, he has not thrown down his expansion yet, so he's still on 1 base. And Stefano, you know, he's in deep trouble. Azeric, 5 minutes of the game, not expanding, is in a bad position, losing so many drones as well. He lost 4 drones already, and he's lost 18 units in total, a lot of them Zerglings, of course. Finally, it looks like he's going to clean this up. One last Zealot has spawned. Will the pylon actually go down? No, the Zealot is getting targeted again. I think Stefano needs to target the pylon from both sides, over the left side and the right side, because if he doesn't, more and more Zealots will be recruited from this gateway, and they'll continue to DPS on the Zerglings and this Queen. So Stefano's in deep trouble, and it looks like this won't get aggressment from ProClan. You know, it really is a trademark, isn't it, Minion? It's really working all the time.
Look at that, those Zealots that ProClan just made just destroyed everything. Only thing that Stefano has is that one drone and a Queen. The Zealot is maybe going to try to get into base, but look at that, there's already a Spine Crawler over there. The pylon is almost going to go down, but just look at that. ProClan already has Cybernetics Core going up with another gateway, already has his Nexus going up, so he's really transitioning out of this play. Really nice to see this. We don't really see that a lot. Nice to see this play. Having a drone gonna go to scout out, looks what's happening. 2 Zerglings of Stefano are just gonna be outside the base, gonna see if more units would go in. Overlord gonna go to the base of ProClan at the same time, so he's gonna see, okay, 2 assimilators, blah blah blah, everything the same. Look at that, he's gonna take his third as his second expansion, something that you normally should do.
Oh, Stefano's saying, so boring to play against you. You know, it's so tricks. And I was wondering what Stefano will do after he cleaned up the gateway, because some Zerg players just get fed up and go one-basing against Headhunter. But Stefano, man, he's going to the macro play, he's going to expand, he's going to double expand. In fact, he's throwing down his natural expansion as well now. And he's going to scout with these slow lanes, sees the amount of cannons there. There's 2 cannons right now out for ProClan, so his wall-off is pretty nicely defended. And looking at it, has he transitioned successfully out of his build? Yeah, I mean, he's ahead in workers. He's 1 worker ahead in front of Stefano, 25 probes, well, now even compared to the 25 drones out for Stefano. Stefano now is going to drone up very heavily because he needs to get those extra drones to be able to saturate both of his expansions very quickly. This one over here by the third is nearly completed. In fact, he's going to get a Queen over there, and he's already spread and creep quite successfully. I'm pretty Imbo is lagging out a bit, so hopefully he'll drop out and, you know, not cause anything negative into the game. But he's pretty Imbo, man, causing some lag.
Well, this is something that I like about Stefano's play. Like, just look, he just has his expansions up, and he's already creep spreading, like, really hard. He just sacrificed so many energy in only creep tumors that he's just 8 minutes in the game, and he already has almost a very nice vision and creep spread to his third. He's gonna have his second up in a moment, but just look at that. ProClan is gonna get 2 Stargates up, and if these Stargates not gonna get scouted by Stefano, he's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Only thing he can get are Queens and Zerglings. That's it.
Well, Queens and Zerglings can actually get you pretty far, I think, because Queens, they're good against anti-air, and in fact the Stargate is coming up. So, you know, 2 Stargates, excuse me. So Queens will be able to defend against air, and Zerglings, with their speed and mobility, they'll be able to scout around and, you know, just see exactly what ProClan is doing after his airplay, because he can try to expand very well, or try to ninja expand. So I think Stefano's looking decently right now. In fact, he's getting his Roach Warren as well as an Evolution Chamber. So the Evolution Chamber and the Queens, man, they're going to be the main type of defense that Stefano needs to be able to defend against the Stargate play in the face of all those Phoenixes that are being chrono boosted out of ProClan. So it looks like Overlords, Queens will be the main targets of these Phoenixes. Queens, of course, being lifted up and then killed. So I think Stefano, man, the Overlords that he spread, he needs to, you know, collect them together, move them by the Queen, and buy any incoming Spore Cores that he plants down, so that he doesn't lose any supply and he doesn't get supply blocked, because that can be quite nasty for him.
Yeah, you don't really want to get supply about at this time. Now look at that. That creep spread is just so fantastic. He knows everything what's happening. Already has his bases up very nicely. He's at 10 drones at his opponents. Already getting some Spore Crawlers, because he really doesn't want anything nasty against his face. Having a speed upgrade for Roaches. Evolution Chamber is getting a 1 ranged attack upgrade at the same time, and it's looking really good for Stefano. And the thing he really does is drone, and then starts with that very nice